could be seeing the numbers 222 at this time. Something about you paying attention to what you're worrying about at this time when you see that number. So if you're worrying in this time, right before you see that number, it's a reminder for you to be open to peace, balance, and harmony. It's a reminder for you to surrender, let it go, and trust in peace, balance, and harmony. It's trying to remind you to stay calm. It's trying to remind you to respond with calmness and peace with whatever is going on right now at this time in your life, with whatever it is. So if you're seeing that number and right before you see that number, you're worrying, you could have just got done worrying about something, person, place, or thing, yourself, whatever it is, how you going to get this, how you going to do that, how you going to, it's a reminder to respond with calmness and peace right now, and to allow things to flow, to allow balance, to allow harmony, because it's something about things that are working for you and not against you. You may be guiding this time to also, you may not feel as though this may be this message for you, but it may be. You may be guiding this time to laugh more at this time. When you laugh, it allows your body to, let go. You ever notice, like, when you're laughing, you don't think about your problems when you're laughing. Or if you do, there's less resistance than normal. So there's something about you finding things. I'm getting even laugh at yourself. I've even mentioned this in messages as well. It's like laughing at yourself. So it could be some things that you could be worried about, or some things you may have done in the past and you may feel goofy about. And it's like, when you really look back at it, it's like, it's really funny. Like, you really do some funny things, Maybe you're a person who laughs at yourself. I know I laugh at myself. I think I'm hilarious. I've said this before. I feel like I'm so funny. And I talk to myself like in third person all the time. There was something I was about to eat the other day. And I knew not to eat it. And so it's a mixture for me. It's different ways I talk to myself, because I be talking to my inner child. I be talking to the adult version of myself. I be talking to the past version. I be talking all type of ways. And I make sure whatever tone, that I use, there's different tones for everything too. Because sometimes I be like, now girl, now why would you do that? Or I'll be like, so for instance, the other day I was about to eat something that I just knew wasn't going to, just sit right with me, right? And so I'm about to eat it, and I just looked at it. I'm like, now, you either eat this and you know the consequences of it. I say you eat this just for your satisfactory, but you know the consequences of it. And then I say, you know what? You need to let it go, like Elsa. And I found that so funny, because it's so funny how I was talking to myself, but I was talking to the adult me and the inner child me, because Elsa, let it go. Elsa sings Let It Go. So it's like I'm giving myself that talk, but then I'm also talking to my inner. I'm giving that balance with my adult self and my inner child, letting myself know, look, I got you, but look, let's come into some truth here. So it's like, okay, I know that if I eat this, it's going to satisfy me now, but I know how it's going to make me feel afterwards. So I was like, okay, you got to let this go like Elsa. And I just found that so funny. And then I'm like, I was able to talk to my adult self and my inner child at the same time, because my inner child resonated because it likes that movie. It likes that movie, and it's a child movie. So I like the meaning behind the movie, I'll say that. And so it's like, it's something significant about that. Maybe you do that. I feel like I know that I'm not the only one to do that. I know I'm not the only one that talks to myself. I know this for a fact. So no one's going to make me feel like I'm the only one that talk to myself. And even if you did, I don't care, because I feel as though I am hilarious. And even if I'm not hilarious, I feel like, who gonna talk to me better than me? Who's going to give advice and wisdom to myself better than me? Who know you better than me? That's what I be saying to myself, you know? Who gonna love you better than me? You know, these are the things I have to tell myself. So maybe you are being guided in this time to do the same. Maybe there's some things that are going on in your life that you're just being guided in this time to give yourself grace, love, and attention and awareness on. Not downing yourself, not doubting yourself, not clowning yourself, you know. Maybe you've done some goofy things, but we all have. Now there's levels, and I spoke of this in previous messages as well. We got 1 and 2 level, we skip 3, 4, and 5, and we go straight to 6 through 10. There's no middle, there's no in between. I don't feel as though it is. I don't. That middle is just skipped. It's like 1, 2, okay, we good. 1, 2, okay, we've done a little goofy stuff. But sometimes we go overboard. So I think it's like 2, 3, 4 is skipped. I think 5 through 10. It's something like that for me. That I've mentioned before, and I actually like kind of, you know, look at it like that. I'm like, okay, there's no in between. You can't be in between goofy. You gotta be either on the, 1 to 2 level, and then, 6 to 10 real quick. 5 to 10, 6 to 10 real quick. And so, and it shouldn't be a lot of those. Like, it should not be, and it shouldn't be constantly. Now, if it is, you should have a ball laughing at yourself then. You should be having a ball. And that's maybe a reminder for you right now as well. You should be having a ball right now. You should be a comedian too. Like, if you've been a 6 to 10, 5 to 10, your entire life, you should be a comedian. And you should make jokes about it. So, I'm not going to tell you what you should do. But maybe you already do. Or maybe this is something you're being guided to do. Go ahead and just make jokes about it. So that... you feel that you fulfill yourself with that laughter, and then knowing that other people have, can relate or just think it's funny too, and you probably won't feel bad. Maybe you're somebody that's already doing that, and maybe you're having like a creative block right now. And this may be something you can add to it. Just some things that, you've done in the past that you thought you were going to just take to the grave to you. You may be guided in this time to find a funny way to speak on it. Say something about it. That way, you can fulfill your spirit, Or, like I said, with the child, just speak it to your inner child on a day-to-day basis. Speak it to that inner child, that adult, mothering yourself. Fathering yourself, however you want to look at parenting yourself, and loving on yourself, however way you want to look at it. But there's something significant about that. I'm not sure why I was guided to make this message. I felt like I said a whole bunch of stuff. So this message, I know it's going to get to whomever it's needed to get to. This message is not going to resonate with everyone. I mean, it may. But every message that I make is not going to always be so serious. You see how I was able to be kind of funny in here and just, laugh and, so everything isn't so serious. That's a reminder for you to know as well. Everything doesn't have to be so serious. We deserve to laugh. We deserve to not always be in survival mode and, oh, I'm doing this wrong, being so critical and on ourselves, because that's how, when we're critical on ourselves, that teaches us to do it to others as well. And, that's what has created a lot. That's a part of what's created, what's been happening, what's been going on, so we a lot of things we have to start with ourselves first, and that way we could be able to, know what it is when it comes to other people. Know what it is when it comes to other things. Knowing what it is when it comes to solutions. solutions and giving any type of wisdom or any type of value to anything, it first starts with ourselves. So if that means laughing at yourself, if that means parenting yourself, if that means, finding different ways to allow yourself to be in balance and harmony, it's okay. It's okay. And I just think I'm here to remind you of that. I think I was here, hopefully I was here to, bring you some sort of perspective, some sort of, truth that you needed at this moment of time. I'm not driving right now. So normally I'll be driving, making these messages. I'm currently in the bed and I'm guided to make messages while, right before I'm in the bed. Not right before I'm in the bed, right before I go to sleep.